In 1805, Lewis and Clark decided they needed to find another way to get to the Pacific because the river of no return was too dangerous in their handmade canoes. I'm your Idaho Backroads neighborhood reporter, Steve Dent, and today, around 10,000 people float the main Salmon River. But they do it in rafts, not an old school canoe. Aaron Liverance traveled from Tennessee to do a 100-mile stretch on the Salmon River, from Corn Creek past Riggins to Spring Bar.
I always wanted to put a canoe on the one river that they wouldn't canoe. Something about that just intrigued me, and the river of no return and the lore and the history behind it. But that was really the dream, was to canoe the one river that Lewis and Clark wouldn't canoe, just to see if I could hack it, see if I would have made it with those boys. The greatest adventure in American history as far as I'm concerned.
And he did it solo in this old town canoe, not even designed for whitewater.
This is a limited model. They don't even make this thing anymore. This is a remake of that 1903 Charles River to the same specs, just with modern materials. A good bailer.
You might be thinking to yourself, this guy's crazy, and believe me, I thought that too.
An old timer used to use this for his open canoe.
But after talking with Aaron, I realized he took safety seriously. He trained for this mission in Tennessee and took a survival course here in Idaho. This trip normally takes people around 5 days, but it took Aaron 10 because he scouted every single rapid. He didn't have any portages, but he did line his canoe around 9 rapids.
And there's an art to lining a canoe. I get the same thrill out of lining as I do riding. You know, you got one rope tied to your bow, one to your stern, and you're just dictating direction. And when you get a good shot, untie one side and just shoot her through. But that's all your food, that's all your gear, so it's very nerve-wracking.
In those 10 days in the largest wilderness area in the country, Aaron weathered storms, 4 days of rain, and rising water levels while sharing this place with wildlife, as the Frank Church Wilderness of No Return hasn't changed much from the days of Lewis and Clark.
It's a whole different thing, I guess, when you dream about doing something and then that fantasy becomes reality and you're in the middle of it and you're like, man, this is a big deal. And it was just something else out there. There are no words to express just how it feels being true wilderness. I'm very grateful that we have places like that left in America.
But with the popularity of this river, even after the lottery season, Aaron wasn't out there alone. And he found solace in that Idaho hospitality and river culture.
You hear about Southern hospitality, it don't have nothing on the Northwest. Like those rafters, when they saw that I was out there by myself, they're like, holy cow, man, where's your raft support? I was like, I'm solo. They're like, get over here. You know, do you need something to drink? Do you need something to eat? Come hang out, tell us some stories. I met so many cool people out there, and they were all kind of just blown away that I'm out there, number one, in that, and number two, by myself. There's no words for just how awesome it was. Definitely life-changing.
Solo adventuring does come with added risk, especially on the river. So I'm going to link the harrowing survival story of Thomas Gray earlier this spring on the Middle Fork of the Salmon River. You can find that on our website. I'm your Idaho Backroads neighborhood reporter, Steve Dent, for Idaho News 6.